mean for St. Louis, for the Blues to be in the Stanley Cup for the first time since 1970?
Yeah, I mean, it's probably tough to put into words. Obviously, it's something that everyone's worked for and dreamed about. So you don't want to look too far ahead, and we all know how important, you know, and how hard that last win's going to be. But yeah, it'd be a dream come true, and yeah, that's really all I can say.
Yeah, we was playing for this one forever, you know, and I think every player dreams to play in the Stanley Cup final, but we're not there yet. We know the next game will be a big, really big game, and you know, if you check what kind of support we have, even when we play in the road in the Enterprise Center, that says it all, like what the expectations are, and you know, we will give our best game the next game.
That's Mahal from INDTV USA. My question is for Jaden and Vladimir. Sharks had a pretty solid first period. In second period, there was a turning point. What do you felt? When was that turning point? Was it your goal, or Vladimir, do you think it was your penalty shot? Or was it some point later where you felt you have full control of the game?
I don't really know what starting point is, but you know, we play the last home game and we don't play well in the second period, so we pay a lot of attention to keep our game and raise our game level through the game. Don't sleep and don't give them easy chances. So I think what we do pretty well today, and I don't think you can pick one goal. It's just a solid team win.
Front right. All right, Jaden, this is actually the second hat trick in the city of San Jose in consecutive days. It was Wondolowski for the Earthquakes, and you today. What got into you today, and did you feel that you would have an explosion like this today?
That's something you don't really think about before the game. You're just kind of preparing the way you usually do and get focused for the game to help the team. So sometimes you get some bounces your way, and you know, you never score a goal by yourself. So you need your line mates, your D, you know, Benner to make big saves, timely saves, and we've been a team where our depth's got us here, and different guys step up every night, and tonight was no different.
Front right.
Braden, I'll give this one to you. When you guys are fueled out there and you guys are rolling and going, what gets you guys going? What part of the game gets you guys really going in all three zones?
You know, I don't think we're a flashy team by any means. I feel when we're skating, moving our feet, we're tight defensively. You know, we're hard to play against, and that kind of leads to, you know, us supporting each other, taking care of pucks, and then getting our forecheck going. So, you know, forecheck's a huge part of our game, cycle game. That's kind of how we score a lot of our goals. So, you know, I think just moving our feet and, you know, playing hard to game, playing you know, hard to play against is part of our game.
Back right, JP.
Question for Jaden and Braden. When Vladimir brings a physicality to his game as he has the last several games, what does that do to change the look and the effectiveness of your line?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge for a guy who scores as many goals as he does to do all the little things. It goes a long way. You know, watching from the bench, watching other players sacrifice and work, it kind of builds momentum for everyone and gives you energy. And you know, when your leading goal scorers getting to the net, being physical and bringing energy, it wears off on everyone else. And it's this time of the year, it's huge.
Three more questions. Back right.
I'm good.
This is a question for Vladimir. To set up your I'm sorry, your goal, Barbashev did a really good job to get you the puck on your breakaway. So could you just talk about his work on that play?
Yeah, I mean, I think the one possible play he can make, and you know, I know he's a smart player. He can make those plays and set up some guys, but you know, he did obviously a great job in that one. But I want to mention all guys from not the fourth line, but their line. They play amazing. They give us a lot of energy, give us good starts of the games and the periods, and you know, they play a really huge role in our team success, all of them.
Now we'll do three more questions. Right side, third row.
For Jaden, they had a problem at Enterprise Center today. They had 10,000 people and they threw hats on the ice and nobody to clean them up after your hat trick. How cool is it to hear that? And what do you think it will be like in 48 hours?
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, obviously everyone's really excited this time of the year, and our fans are pumped, and that's pretty cool. They had a watch party tonight, but everyone knows we got a lot of work to do, and we're going to get their best game. They're going to have the most desperation they've had in this series, so we'll enjoy it tonight, but we know there's a lot of work yet.
Jaden, is there any way you can put into words how far you guys have come? I mean, you guys were a team that was in so much turmoil in January, and you guys have been the best team in hockey ever since. And again, as you know, being that one game away from the Stanley Cup final.
Yeah, I mean, had a lot of adversity at the start of the year. We had a lot of new faces and different line combinations, and we just went through a rough patch for sure. But I think we did a good job of learning from that, and I think that's fueled us a lot as we came down the stretch here. And when you can learn from losing, I think that goes a long way.
Last question, front right.
Braden, when you talked about effective forechecking and whatnot, I know you can't speak for how they feel physically and whatnot, but do you feel like your forecheck is being effective on them and it's wearing them down as this series is going on?
Yeah, I mean, 7-game series. I'm no D-man, but I'm sure it's not fun turning back, going back for pucks, and knowing guys are not only be physical, but just be hard to play against, hard in the battle, and obviously I know our D-men don't like it. Any D in the league don't like it, so it's just an element of our game that we bring, and obviously it's got to be a huge piece to Game 6.